Your family tree is far older than you think, stretching back thousands of years beyond any written record. Imagine the countless generations that came before you, each one leaving a trace, a story, a legacy that quietly endures within you. This history isn't lost, it's preserved inside every cell of your body. Each cell is like a tiny time capsule, holding the secrets of your ancestors and the journeys they took. Your DNA is more than an instruction manual, it's a living record of humanity's journey. It's a vast, intricate code, written and rewritten over millennia, carrying the echoes of ancient migrations, struggles, and triumphs. Passed down from parent to child, DNA accumulates tiny changes called markers. These markers are like footprints, subtle but enduring, that map the path of your lineage through time. These markers are like bookmarks, flagging moments in our shared past. They help us pinpoint when and where our ancestors lived, and how they adapted to new environments. By tracking them, scientists can reconstruct the migratory paths of our ancestors. They can follow the trails left by ancient peoples as they crossed continents, braved new worlds, and formed the roots of today's societies. Imagine a book copied by hand, each with unique smudges. Geneticists look for these smudges in our DNA. Each smudge tells a story, a moment when a new chapter began or a new branch formed on the human family tree. Shared markers reveal how populations branched out and settled the globe. They show us how we are all connected no matter how far apart our ancestors once roamed. Before DNA analysis, we relied on scattered artifacts. Now we can read the whole story. The fragments of pottery and bone were just the beginning. Now the full narrative is unfolding. Genetic research has revolutionized our understanding of human history. It's opened doors to discoveries we never imagined, revealing connections that span continents and millennia. It's confirmed old theories, revealed new chapters, and mapped our shared journey. Every new discovery adds a page to the story of us, making our past more vivid and complete. The story of us is written in the universal language of our genes. No matter where you come from, your DNA speaks of ancient kinships and shared origins. Our DNA connects us all, transcending borders and differences. In the end, we are all chapters in the same ancient book, bound together by the library within our cells. Most of our DNA is a shuffled mix, but two parts, Y chromosome and mitochondrial DNA, are passed down almost unchanged. The Y chromosome traces paternal lines, mitochondrial DNA traces maternal lines. These act as time capsules, accumulating only small mutations, our genetic markers. Scientists use these to build two family trees for all humanity. By comparing these markers worldwide, we see how groups branched off and migrated. Each group, or haplogroup, represents a major branch of our family tree. Mapping these haplogroups reveals the routes and timing of our ancestors' global expansion. Our DNA is a breadcrumb trail leading us back through time. Genetic data shows that all modern humans trace their ancestry to a single population in Africa. The greatest genetic diversity is found within Africa, supporting the out-of-Africa theory. The oldest branches of our DNA family trees are exclusive to African populations. All non-African lineages are younger branches from these ancient African roots. Around 60,000, 70,000 years ago, a small group left Africa. Every non-African today descends from them. This migration explains why there's less genetic diversity outside Africa. The first major migration out of Africa followed the coastline, not the interior. Around 60,000 years ago, humans crossed into Arabia, then hugged the Indian Ocean's shores. These coastal pioneers thrived on marine resources, moving gradually from beach to beach. Genetic markers trace their journey along southern Asia. Within a few thousand years, their descendants reached Southeast Asia and Australia. The coastline was a prehistoric superhighway, enabling rapid expansion. This migration laid the foundation for human settlement across half the world. As populations grew, groups branched inland, facing jungles, mountains, and steppes. Reaching Australia required intentional sea crossings, an early feat of seafaring. Aboriginal Australians and Papuans are direct descendants of this ancient migration, with some of the oldest lineages outside Africa. Their long isolation preserved a unique genetic heritage. Other groups spread through Asia, adapting to diverse environments. Some moved north into Siberia and China, others into Central Asia. Asia's genetic map reflects waves of settlement and adaptation. Each group added a new thread to the human story. Europe was settled later in the story of humanity, around 45,000 years ago, by groups descended from populations that had already migrated out of the Middle East. These early settlers brought with them new skills, tools, and ways of life, forever changing the continent's history. When these modern humans arrived, they encountered Neanderthals, who had lived in Europe for hundreds of thousands of years. The two groups interacted, sometimes competing, but also interbreeding, leaving a genetic legacy that still exists in many people today. The Ice Age made Europe a harsh and unforgiving frontier, with vast glaciers and freezing temperatures. Yet, humans adapted, developing new tools, clothing, and even creating stunning cave art that still inspires us today. Over thousands of years, waves of migration and population replacements shaped Europe's genetic landscape, creating the diverse tapestry of peoples we see across the continent now. The Americas, however, were the last great continents to be settled by humans. This epic journey began when people crossed a land bridge, now submerged, connecting Siberia to Alaska during the last ice age. Between 20,000 and 15,000 years ago, small bands of adventurous people braved the icy plains of Beringia. These pioneering groups became the ancestors of all Native Americans, adapting to new environments as they moved southward. Their descendants spread rapidly, journeying through forests, mountains, and deserts, reaching South America in just a few thousand years, a remarkable feat of exploration and survival. Today, genetic evidence clearly links Native Americans to ancient Siberian ancestors, and through them, to the earliest humans who left Africa so long ago. The peopling of the Americas stands as one of humanity's greatest migration stories, a testament to our species' curiosity, resilience, and adaptability. Our DNA preserves the memory of these journeys, mapping the incredible spread of our ancestors across continents and through the millennia. Our DNA tells a story of unity, a story that stretches back through countless generations, connecting every person on Earth in ways we often overlook. No matter where we live today, all our genetic lines trace back to a small group of ancestors in Africa, the birthplace of humanity itself. The differences we see in our appearances, our skin tones, hair types, and facial features, are actually recent adaptations, shaped by the unique environments our ancestors encountered as they spread across the globe. Yet beneath these surface differences, over 99.9% of our DNA is identical, a testament to our shared origins and deep biological connection. The tiny fraction that does differ between us holds clues to our individual journeys, revealing the paths our ancestors took and the challenges they overcame. But overwhelmingly, our genome tells a story of unity, showing that we are far more alike than different, and that our shared heritage is written in every cell. Humanity's story is one of constant movement, mixing, and adaptation, waves of migration that have shaped who we are today. No group has ever been truly isolated. Throughout history, people have met, mingled, and shared their lives, making us all distant cousins. Though we may be separated by geography, mountains, or rivers, and by the passage of time, we remain united by a common origin. The divisions we create, of race, nationality, or culture, are recent and superficial, mere ripples on the surface compared to the deep current of our biological connection. The epic journey of our ancestors, their struggles and triumphs, is a legacy we all share, regardless of where we come from. This legacy is etched into our very being, a living testament to our shared past and our collective future.